His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa attended the launch of the biography of Hussein Ali Yatim and the inauguration of its accompanying exhibition. His Royal Highness outlined Bahrain's history across trade and industry, during which the kingdom has achieved continued successes that have strengthened its regional and global standing. His Royal Highness emphasized that Bahraini business families represent a key foundation of the kingdom's national progress and comprehensive development led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Royal Highness highlighted the importance of documenting the biographies of Bahrain's business pioneers, noting that Hussein Ali Yatim is one of the leading figures in the kingdom's commercial sector, referencing his significant contributions that have played a prominent role in supporting the national economy. His Royal Highness reiterated that initiatives documenting the journey of Bahrain's business pioneers are vital in highlighting their determination, resilience, and creativity that continues to define Bahrainis over the decades. The biography documents key milestones in Hussein Ali Yatim's business career and his contributions to Bahrain's commercial sector. His Royal Highness welcomed the efforts of those responsible for drafting and preparing the biography and for curating the accompanying exhibition, noting the dedication reflected in documenting the journeys of Bahrain's business pioneers. The launch event coincides with the release of 2 books detailing the life of Hussein Ali Yatim. The books titled Hussein Ali Yatim, The Brighton Student, The Sage of Manama, and Hussein Ali Yatim, The 3 Palm Trees, A Biography of Transformation, which highlight his role in the economic transformation of Bahrain and the region, leading to social changes over the past century. An art and biography exhibition entitled Hussein Ali Yatim, A Biography of Transformation was also held at the Bahrain National Theatre and will continue until the 20th of February. The project represents an important milestone documenting the history of Bahrain's economic development, offering an in-depth exploration of Hussein Ali Yatim's legacy through both textual documentation and visual records. The Deputy Prime Minister Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, the Minister of Finance and National Economy Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and several senior officials were also in attendance. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the Emir of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Mish'al Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, as part of His Royal Highness's official visit to Kuwait. His Royal Highness affirmed the deep-rooted relations between Bahrain and Kuwait, underpinned by the long-standing historical ties that continue to advance under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Highness the Kuwaiti Emir. His Royal Highness emphasized the importance of further bolstering this strategic partnership to create opportunities that benefit both countries and their peoples. His Royal Highness conveyed the greetings of His Majesty the King to His Highness the Emir, along with his best wishes for continued progress and prosperity of Kuwait. In turn, His Highness the Emir conveyed his greetings to His Majesty the King and expressed his best wishes for Bahrain's continued progress and prosperity. His Royal Highness praised the advancement of Bahrain-Kuwait relations and multi-sectoral collaboration, affirming the Kingdom's commitment to furthering the partnership across all levels. The Crown Prince of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al-Khalid Al-Hamid Al-Mubarak Al-Sabah, was also in attendance. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the Crown Prince of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al Khalid Al Hamad Al Mubarak Al Sabah, as part of His Royal Highness's official visit to Kuwait. His Royal Highness underscored the strength of Bahrain-Kuwait relations and the expanding scope of cooperation with the continued support of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the Emir of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Mish'al Al Ahmed Al Sabah. His Royal Highness conveyed the greetings of His Majesty the King to His Highness the Crown Prince of Kuwait and wished Kuwait further progress and prosperity. In turn, His Highness the Kuwaiti Crown Prince extended greetings to His Majesty and wished the Kingdom continued progress and prosperity. His Royal Highness emphasized the shared commitment to deepening cooperation across all sectors, particularly across the economic and investment fields, working towards achieving mutual aspirations and advancing sustainable growth and prosperity for both countries and their peoples. Both sides also affirmed efforts to advancing the GCC in line with the visions and aspirations of the leaders of the GCC. His Royal Highness reiterated Bahrain's commitment within the framework of the 46th GCC Summit chaired by Bahrain to strengthening integration and cooperation among countries and to promote shared objectives and common interests of GCC countries. His Royal Highness praised Kuwait's role in supporting and advancing bilateral relations and its steadfast support for Bahrain, emphasizing a commitment to further cooperation in pursuit of shared interests and common goals. His Highness the Kuwaiti Crown Prince welcomed His Royal Highness's official visit, noting that it reflects the depth and strength of relations between both countries. A lunch banquet was then held by His Highness in honor of His Royal Highness's official visit. The Prime Minister of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Ahmed Abdullah Al Ahmed Al Sabah, and several senior Kuwaiti officials also attended the banquet. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the Kuwaiti Prime Minister His Highness Sheikh Ahmed Abdullah Al Ahmed Al Sabah as part of His Royal Highness's official visit to Kuwait. His Royal Highness noted that the historic and close relations between the two countries reflects the continued support of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the Emir of Kuwait His Highness Sheikh Mash'al Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, which continues to drive the advancement of bilateral ties. His Royal Highness praised this bilateral strategic partnership based on shared commitment to expanding cooperation across various sectors, particularly within the economic and investment fields, in order to create opportunities that achieve common aspirations. During the meeting, frameworks to strengthen cooperation between the two countries and issues of common interest were discussed. His Highness the Kuwaiti Prime Minister expressed appreciation for His Royal Highness's commitment to supporting bilateral relations in pursuit of mutual aspirations. He wished Bahrain and its people continued progress and prosperity. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa earlier arrived in Kuwait on an official visit. His Royal Highness met with His Highness the Emir of Kuwait Sheikh Mash'al Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, the Crown Prince of Kuwait His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al Khalid Al Hamad Al Mbarak Al Sabah, and the Prime Minister of Kuwait His Highness Sheikh Ahmed Abdullah Al Ahmed Al Sabah. The visit reflects the strength of Bahrain-Kuwait relations, which continue to advance across various fields. Upon arrival, His Royal Highness was received by Kuwait's Crown Prince and several senior officials. His Royal Highness praised the strength of Bahrain-Kuwait relations, which continue to advance in line with the support of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Highness the Emir of Kuwait. His Royal Highness expressed pleasure in the meetings that took place with the Emir of Kuwait, which represents an opportunity to bolster the strategic bilateral partnership to serve the aspirations of both countries. His Royal Highness noted that the visit also provides an excellent opportunity to meet with both the Crown Prince and Prime Minister of Kuwait. He praised the development achieved by Kuwait under the current leadership, wishing the country, its leadership and people further progress and prosperity. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa had departed Bahrain for Kuwait on an official visit. The visit reflects the long-standing relations between Bahrain and Kuwait and the mutual commitment to advance cooperation in pursuit of shared goals and aspirations. His Royal Highness was accompanied by an official Bahraini delegation, which included Deputy Prime Minister Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, the Minister of Interior General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, the Minister of the Prime Minister's Court His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Minister of Finance and National Economy Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, the Minister of Municipalities Affairs and Agriculture Engineer Wa'al Mbarak, the Minister of Labour and Minister of Legal Affairs Yusuf Khalaf, the Minister of Cabinet Affairs Hamid Al Malki, the Minister of Industry and Commerce Abdullah Fakhro, the President of the Crown Prince's Court Sheikh Salman bin Ahmed bin Salman Al Khalifa, Escort Officer to His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Brigadier Sheikh Ahmed bin Isa Al Khalifa, Advisor for Communication Affairs at the Crown Prince's Court Isa bin Abdul Rahman Al Hammadi, Bahrain's Ambassador to Kuwait Salah Al Malki, Policies and Coordination Director General at the Prime Minister's Office, Sheikh Fahad bin Abdul Rahman Al Khalifa, the Director General of the Prime Minister's Office, Hamid Al Mahmid, the CEO of the National Communication Center, Ahmed Al Araifi, the Director of the Office of the Minister of the Prime Minister's Court at the Prime Minister's Office, Sheikh Ahmed bin Mohammed bin Daij Al Khalifa, and several senior officials. Upon departure, His Royal Highness was bid farewell by several senior officials. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa arrived in Bahrain following an official visit to Kuwait. During the visit, His Royal Highness met with the Emir of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Mish'al Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, the Crown Prince of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al Khalid Al Hamid Al Mbarak Al Sabah, and the Prime Ministers of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Ahmed Abdullah Al Ahmed Al Sabah. The meetings discussed the strong historical relations between Bahrain and Kuwait and ways to strengthen cooperation across various sectors for the mutual benefit of both countries and their peoples. Upon arrival, His Royal Highness was received by several senior officials. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa had earlier departed Kuwait for Bahrain. During the official visit, His Royal Highness met with the Emir of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Mish'al Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, the Crown Prince of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al Khalid Al Hamid Al Mbarak Al Sabah, and the Prime Minister of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Ahmed Abdullah Al Ahmed Al Sabah. The meetings discussed ways to strengthen the strategic partnership for the mutual benefit of both countries and peoples, as well as issues of common interest. Upon departure, His Royal Highness was bid farewell by the Crown Prince of Kuwait and several senior officials. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister sent a cable of gratitude to the Kuwaiti Emir, His Highness Sheikh Mish'al Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, Kuwaiti Crown Prince, His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al-Khalid Al-Hamid Al-Mbarak Al-Sabah, and Kuwaiti Prime Minister, His Highness Sheikh Ahmed Abdullah Al-Ahmed Al-Sabah. His Royal Highness expressed gratitude for the warm hospitality and welcome extended to him and the accompanying delegation. He emphasized the importance of the outcomes of the official visit, supported by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the Emir of Kuwait, in advancing bilateral cooperation. His Royal Highness extended his best wishes for Kuwait's continued progress and prosperity. Bahrain and Kuwait share strong historic ties built over decades. The relations thrive on mutual respect and shared visions, with both countries' leaders dedicated to enhancing their strategic partnership and advancing cooperation across all levels. More in this report.
The Kingdom of Bahrain and the State of Kuwait enjoy deep ties rooted in shared geography, culture, and family bonds. These long-standing relations have grown steadily stronger through the years, supported by the commitment of both countries' leaders to building a lasting strategic partnership. Bahrain and Kuwait share close cooperation across political, economic, social, cultural, and media sectors. Their relationship stands as a model of unity and mutual understanding within the Gulf Cooperation Council, reflecting a shared dedication to strengthening Arab cooperation and supporting Arab and Islamic causes. The two countries continue to deepen their partnership through the Bahraini-Kuwaiti Joint Higher Committee, regular bilateral visits, and numerous agreements in various domains. Economic relations are also thriving, marked by mutual investment and growing trade exchanges. Together, the two countries remain committed to the goals of the GCC, which unites its member states through shared religion, history, language, and geography, making it one of the most successful regional alliances in the world.
On this topic, Representatives Council member and chairperson of the Foreign Affairs, Defense and National Security Committee, Hassan Bukhammas, gave us this statement.
The visit of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and the Prime Minister to the state of Kuwait underscores the strong and long-standing brotherly relations between our two countries, particularly in the economics sphere, and the Bahrain and Kuwait enjoy close economic ties built on mutual confidence, growing trade exchange, and increasing investment flows. There is a strong cooperation in key sectors such as finance, energy, and industry, and the infrastructure's development. This visit represents an important opportunity to further expand economics partnership, encourage the private sector collaboration, and explore the new avenue for jointly investment that support sustainable growth and economic diversification in both countries.
To elaborate further, Professor of Political Science at Kuwait University and member of the Advisory Committee for the Supreme Council of the Leaders of the GCC, Dr. Hayal Mkami, also gave us a statement.
The Crown Prince of Bahrain's official visit to the state of Kuwait clearly reflects the strength and depth of Bahraini-Kuwaiti relations across multiple dimensions. On the historical dimension, the relationship between Bahrain and Kuwait is founded on long-standing brotherly and historical bonds characterized by mutual respect and shared values. The official reception of the Crown Prince by Kuwait's Crown Prince Sheikh Sabah Khalid Hamid Al-Sabah demonstrate the priority both states place on high-level engagement and dialogue. The warm welcome and joint discussions are symbolic of mutual respect and shared strategic thinking on regional and bilateral priorities.
In a statement marking Bahrain's celebration of National Environment Day, observed annually on February 4th, the personal representative of His Majesty the King and Chairman of the Supreme Council for Environment, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa, said that Bahrain's achievements demonstrate its continued commitment to establishing sustainability as a key pillar of its modern development. His Highness explained that adopting the slogan, "Restore it to revive it," reflects Bahrain's firm commitment to further developing its environmental system. He added that this approach supports national efforts to protect the environment and maintain its ecological balance. His Highness affirmed that National Environment Day is an important national occasion that reinforces commitment to protecting the environment and preserving natural resources. He emphasized that the Council continues to develop policies and legislation that turn environmental challenges into opportunities. These efforts contribute to creating an attractive investment environment and providing quality employment opportunities for citizens. His Highness also highlighted that promoting recycling as a national practice and a shared social responsibility requires stronger partnership with educational institutions and civil society organizations. He noted that Bahraini youth, through their awareness and knowledge, represent a core element of the environmental transition and play a central role in advancing sustainability. His Highness concluded by affirming that Bahrain will continue to pursue a balanced environmental approach and moving steadily towards a more sustainable and prosperous future. The Institute of Judicial and Legal Studies celebrated the graduation of the 16th cohort of its new Lawyers Training Program. The new Lawyers Training Program aims to equip participants to practice law efficiently and professionally by enhancing their practical skills and applied legal knowledge, providing them with insight into the court environment and judicial procedures, and equipping them with the essential skills. The graduation ceremony was attended by members of the Institute's Board of Trustees, including Vice President of the Supreme Judicial Council and President of the Court of Cassation, Sheikh Khalid bin Ali Al Khalifa, Attorney General Dr. Ali Al Bu'ainain, and Minister of Justice, Islamic Affairs and Waqf Nawaf Al Mauda. The Minister of Justice affirmed that the legal profession constitutes a vital pillar of the justice system. He noted that training young legal professionals and enhancing their capabilities develops legal services and strengthens the rule of law. He stated that developing the legal and professional skills of new lawyers complements the government's efforts to modernize the justice system and enhance the legal work environment to keep pace with digital transformation, particularly in the areas of e-litigation, alternative dispute resolution methods, and litigants' rights. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdul Latif Al-Zayani, attended an event organized by the Bahraini Embassy to promote the Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa Global Award for Women's Empowerment 2026. The Bahraini Ambassador to the U.S., Sheikh Abdullah bin Rashid Al Khalifa, delivered a welcoming address, expressing pride in Bahrain's progress in women's leadership, led by His Majesty the King and supported by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. He commended the President of the SCW, Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika, for translating this vision into sustainable policies with local, regional, and international impact. Dr. Zayani emphasized that the distinguished attendance, including international jury members, reflects the award's global prestige and the role in celebrating women's leadership. He highlighted Bahrain's regional leadership in women's rights and affirmed that the award underscores Bahrain's global commitment to women's empowerment. UN's Under-Secretary General and UN Women Executive Director and Awards International Jury Chair Dr. Seema Bahouth emphasized UN Women's commitment to empowering women and praised Her Royal Highness's national and international role. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdul Latif Al-Zayani, participated in a roundtable in Washington organized by the Center for Strategic and International Studies in the presence of Bahrain's ambassador to the U.S., Sheikh Abdullah bin Rashid Al Khalifa. Dr. Al-Zayani highlighted the long-standing ties between Bahrain and the U.S. and said that the CICIBA agreement reflects this partnership and provides frameworks to enhance military and trade, economic and technological cooperation. He said that Bahrain is committed to achieving a just, comprehensive and lasting peace in the region and noted that this commitment includes promoting a safe, stable and prosperous environment and resolving conflicts through dialogue and diplomatic means in accordance with the UN Charter and international law. He added that Bahrain has agreed to join as a founding member of the Board of Peace put forward by U.S. President Donald Trump with the aim of advancing practical steps towards stability, reconstruction and recovery in Gaza and other conflict-affected countries. Dr. Zayani noted that Bahrain signed a peace agreement in 2020 that marked a shift in the regional diplomatic landscape and opened a new path towards a Middle East based on coexistence and cooperation. He welcomed Trump's announcement regarding efforts to end the war in Sudan in response to a request by Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince and Prime Minister, as well as efforts to address the issue of the Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, which were welcomed by the Egyptian president. He said that Bahrain seeks, through its non-permanent membership of the UN Security Council, to be active and effective, particularly in supporting peace, upholding international law. The dialogue session addressed U.S. efforts to achieve lasting peace in Gaza and to support reconstruction and recovery through the Board of Peace. Participants also discussed regional and international developments and their implications for regional and global security and stability, particularly in the Middle East, where ongoing conflicts pose risks to security and stability and create conditions that can be exploited by terrorist and extremist groups. The Minister of Information, Dr. Ramzan bin Abdullah Naimi, attended the opening of the Saudi Media Forum 2026 in Riyadh, held under the patronage of the custodian of the two holy mosques. Dr. Naimi said that such media gatherings provide an important platform to review and discuss the latest developments in the media sector, especially in light of rapid technological advancements. He underlined the importance of using these changes to enhance media professionalism, reinforce the role of media in conveying responsible messages, and building societal awareness. On the sidelines of the forum, the minister met with the Minister of Media of Saudi Arabia, Salman al-Dosari, and reviewed means to enhance bilateral cooperation and improve levels of joint coordination. He praised the efforts made by Saudi Arabia in organizing and hosting this event, noting that the forum included important topics and served as a platform to exchange experiences. The minister also met with the Minister of Government Communication and official spokesperson of Jordan, Dr. Mohammed Momani. They underscored the long-standing relations between the two countries and their shared commitment to further developing them in all domains, especially the media sector. The 2026 Autumn Fair concluded its activities at Exhibition World Bahrain, attracting a large audience, which enhanced its position as one of Bahrain's most prominent commercial and entertainment events, with more than 200,000 visitors. The success of the fair reflects the effectiveness of the integrated partnership between the public and private sectors and the pivotal role major exhibitions play in supporting tourism and commercial movement in Bahrain. This year's edition saw significant growth compared to 2025, with sales volume increasing by 112.6%, exhibitors increasing by 15.7%, participating countries increasing by 8.3%, and exhibition space increasing by 40%. The large visitor turnout, alongside the scale of international participation, reflects growing confidence in the events hosted by the kingdom and its advanced infrastructure and modern specialized facilities. The Bahrain Space Agency announced that its candidate, space engineer Yaqub Al-Gassab, had been elected chair of the Scientific and Technical Subcommittee for 2027. The announcement was made during the 63rd session of the committee's meetings at the Vienna International Center. The CEO of the agency, Dr. Mohammed Al-Asiri, expressed his pride and appreciation for the unanimous selection of engineer Yaqub Al-Gassab, reflecting the kingdom's standing on the international stage. He noted that chairing the subcommittee will contribute to enhancing expertise at the international level, as Al-Gassab will actively contribute to developing the committee's scientific and technical agenda, helping to formulate global space policies and promoting international cooperation in the field of space. For more on this topic, Chair of the Scientific and Technical Subcommittee for 2027, Engineer Yaqub Al-Gassab, gave us this statement.
Personally, this selection is a significant milestone, as it reflects years of continuous work in the space sector, scientific research, and active engagement in international forums. More importantly, I see it as a responsibility rather than a personal achievement, as chairing a UN subcommittee requires facilitating inclusive scientific and technical dialogue, ensuring that diverse perspectives are represented, and maintaining a balance between innovation, regulation, and sustainability. For the Kingdom of Bahrain, this achievement represents international confidence in Bahraini expertise and leadership. It demonstrates that Bahrain is no longer only a participant in space activities, but a contributor to shaping global scientific and technical agendas. This role places Bahrain in a position of influence within the international space governance and highlights the country's commitment to investing in human capital and empowering its youth to play leading roles on a global stage.
And now we turn to the weather in the Kingdom of Bahrain.